Hello, I'm back. I'm back after this morning sharing, and I've had a bit of breakfast, and I want to go again because I'm feeling better and some energy's moved, which is awesome. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about right now, so I'm just going to talk and allow this to unravel because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to allow myself to flow and to talk and to see what this becomes, because that's what feels natural, and I like to live very, very naturally. As I've talked about before, for me that's a process of self-discovery, and it's one that I very much enjoy. It's a path, and I fucking love it. I fucking love walking my path and honouring everything that comes into my path. That's a real blessing, and it's a journey of growth and discoverance and becoming, which is not fixed, it's not defined, it's a continual thing that's available to every single one of us, if we so choose to do it. Mr. Campbell, Joseph Campbell, refers to it as the hero's journey, where one walks and discovers themselves and what they're here for. So each of us is here for our own reason on the planet. We have our own purpose, we have our own direction, and we have our choice. Maybe that's what I'll talk about today. Maybe I'll talk about choice, because this is the fundamental mechanic of life, is our autonomy and our ability to decide what it is that we would like to create and to recognise ourselves as creators, because that's what we are. We live every single day and we decide who we want to see, what we want to do, we decide what we want to do for an occupation, and we believe that we have choice within the scope of a world in which we live within. So we navigate accordingly. This is our choice. There is a relativity to that. That determines who we are and how we see ourselves, and the life that we live. So, choice. This was something that, for me, a long time ago, I didn't feel that I had choice available to me, and I was very, very trapped in a relationship that I was not comfortable with at all, and that truly I didn't want to be in. But I didn't know how to be without this relationship. She was a lovely human being, and I've been blessed with lots of lovely human beings in my life. I didn't know how to be without this human being. I didn't know how to be by myself. And I think this is a fundamental human issue, right? It's a fundamental human, let's call it an issue, right? That we don't generally know how to be alone. Because what happens when you sit in stillness? Can you be without things? Can you be without people? Can you be alone? Or do you feel lonely? And what happens in that loneliness? Would you sit with your feelings? And would you acknowledge that you're a being who has feelings? Or would you deny them? And would you therefore deny experience and what you are? So actually this has taken me to denial, because human beings deny what they are. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to embrace what they are. Now this is madness. That is the definition of insanity. Right? It is going against the notion of actuality. Right? So there's a lack of acknowledgement, in what the human experience could be. Let's use the word could. And I'm also going to use the word is, because this is the human experience for a lot of individuals, a lot of individuals who I know and who I've journeyed with. So all of these, problems that are on the world stage are a representation. They're a representation of our individual experience, our individual psyche, and then the dream, that we're having collectively, because we're dreaming this. It must be us that's creating it. It can't be anyone else. That's a revelation. But it must be you. How could it not be you? Because you have choice. And if you don't believe that you have choice, then you are not empowered. And that's because you're obeying some external authority figure. Maybe that's part of indoctrination, that you must obey, and then you must consume. And then you're a good citizen. Or a good human being. Maybe I should say a good human being instead. So you do as you're told, and this is what we do. This is reward punishment programming. If you're a good boy or a good girl, then you get something nice. And if you're bad, then you get detention. Or you get a fine. You get imprisoned or punished in some way. Maybe you are shamed. You are shamed for behaving in a certain way. But is this natural? So is the world that we have created natural? And if it isn't, then it must be us who isn't behaving naturally. So there isn't anyone to blame. You can't put it on anybody else. You have to come back to yourself. And we can look objectively at all of the world's institutions. Okay, we can do that. We can look for truth. Okay, truth, it's a big thing, yeah? I'm quite big on it myself, yeah? But truth comes from within, right? We have to know truth within us before we can discern it on the outside. Otherwise, we are just going to get sucked out of our body, sucked out of our own truth, our own being, and knowing that we are individuals. And this world is seeking to create no individuals. It wants the destruction of the individual, collectivism, ideas, ideology. This is bullshit. Okay? It's fucking horse shit. Because as soon as you conform to a mental concept, then you don't live through experience anymore. So you don't allow yourself to learn, and you become a rigid, I don't want to go into labeling. One becomes rigid. Yeah. This isn't healthy. I don't feel like this is healthy, right? Because we are living by fixed definitions and not in the connectivity of life. We're not connecting openly and allowing new experience to integrate into our being and therefore create the reality which we would like to create. So, who am I addressing this to? I'm addressing this to everyone. So, some people, this might be, well, that is far out, yeah? And then somebody else might be like, yeah, okay, fair enough, not really adding that much to what I already know. Okay, that's cool, But for me, I would like to talk generalistically and then specifically at times in a way that's all-encompassing, because I don't want to discriminate against anybody. I feel like everybody on this planet, can learn something. Everybody on this planet is on their own journey, and we're all here to learn from one another. I know that I'm learning all of the time. Yeah. Every single day I wake up and I learn and I grow and I say thank you. I'm just grateful. Are you grateful? Or are you resentful? Are you frustrated? Are you jealous? Anxious? Depressed? Infatuated? What are all of these things? Yeah? You know, we only ever have ourself, our whole self. But we must choose to know it. It's a choice. Life is a choice. So is the world. So what I want to know is, what do you want to experience in the world? Because we can choose, yeah? We can say, I don't want to experience this crap, yeah? Or I don't want to experience this. What is your dream? Are you living your dream? I'm living mine. It's rocky. I've just been through a breakup. And I fucking love the woman who I've broken up with. Yeah, I fucking love her. And it's been hard, yeah. You know, I've shared a little about that already, so I'm not going to do any more. But it's rocky, you know. It's treacherous. It's unknown. We don't know, yeah. We don't know what life is going to be like. But we have a choice, yeah. We always have a choice. And we can renew ourselves in every moment to say, yes, no. And go down an avenue. Maybe that'll lead me on to my next video. Thank you.